So today we finally have some official VFR weather in this part of the world. So we'll take advantage of that and we'll fly from Allen Army Airfield to Chena Hot Springs, which is a private field a little bit to the north of our current position. We'll review the weather first to confirm
You're not
that.
streaming anything. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm streaming on Twitch, but I will start sharing screen here.
Oh, okay.
No, I
Sorry.
will start here. I just forgot. No, that's not what I wanted to stream. Once again, entire screen. There we go. Yeah, but you haven't missed anything. It was just the welcome screen there, so no problems. Yeah, so let's confirm if the information about the weather is actually correct. So first, let's see, observations. Yes, we have VFR weather everywhere. We have some clouds, but they are quite high. They are like 14,000 feet, so we are not going to go that high. So that should be quite fine. When I look at the forecast, it looks pretty great. Again, the ceilings are very high and we won't be flying that high. We have some low ceilings just to the west of us here on like this very limited area, I would believe. And let's hope that it won't actually cross to us. Maybe it's moving a little. Yeah, it's moving a little, but not really. Yeah, should not be there by the time like we are there, so that's fine. We'll also review winds. Surface winds are forecast to be non-existent, and if I look, for example, at 3,000 feet, very light winds, 6,000 feet as well. This is like more streamlined already. We should have a crosswind on our path here so that we will be crabbing the whole way. That should be fine. So I believe that the weather should be quite fine. So let's review the airport, the destination airport for us. So we have Chena Hot Springs. It's a private use since 1962. It has a one gravel runway, 08 and 26. And if I look correctly, yeah, we have a downhill, 3% slopes, runway slopes downhill from east to west. All right, so if we want, I would say that from east to west, so I would say that runway 8 should be better for landing because we would be flying uphill and thus having a better braking action. So let's fly uphill. If the wind is really not existent, then it doesn't matter, and I would use runway 08 for this purpose. Both runways probably have left-hand traffic, so that should be fine. Ultralights prohibited, even. That's fine. That's funny. No hunting and no passenger pickup or travel. Okay, well, that doesn't really concern us, right, in the sim, but that should be fine. What I wanted to say, yes, let's see here. Maybe, yeah, do we touch on the traffic pattern today? I believe that you are quite experienced and seasoned, so let's not do the traffic pattern today. I would suggest that we try to do the standard entry. And if you remember that correctly, that's to, since it's a left-hand traffic for runway 8, that means to overfly the field and do kind of a teardrop into the pattern. Be sure to overfly the field at least 2 nautical miles before starting the descent and the turn. if you want to do that, it's up to you. I will probably practice it. Maybe I will do some touch and go, but not really sure if I will see how it looks like here. It's just 66 miles here, so not a long flight. So yeah. As for the routing, it's gonna be challenging, I think, because I kind of chose this quartz lake as my departing point for the cross-country section, right? So I'll kind of take off, I'll still decide on the runway, follow the river, and the lake should be quite visible if not frozen. And then there is a long stretch all the way to Granite Tors without really anything, right? Even when I switch to terminal area chart here, because we have one available for Fairbanks, I don't really see anything noteworthy. So I will kind of try to keep that reckoning here, and maybe I insert it here, this point here, so it calculates time for me for this river. And I hope that I will be able to spot it to kind of at least see, the progress if I'm, flying right. And then I'm hoping that I will be able to recognize these granite tours in the sim. It's an official visual reporting point, so in the real life it's probably quite distinguishable, but I will see how it looks like here in the sim. As for the airport itself, I believe that we might have some difficulties locating that if we are because we don't know the area. We might see some, terrain around here, but as you know, it might not be that prominent, especially when you are there for the first time ever. So it will be more important than ever to actually correctly time this leg and make sure that, we are looking for the airport approximately at the right time. What will not help us is the fact that we will arrive perpendicular to the runway. So it might be less visible than if we saw the stretch of the runway in front of us. But then again, at least I, plan to overfly the field anyway, so let's hope that I will be able to spot it by then.
Maybe you can try to follow the little river valley to the west of the
This
mountain
one?
range. Yeah.
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah,
not sure if you can really see it in the sim, but
yeah. Well, I believe that we will have problems recognizing this altitude because it's almost similar to that one. So maybe we will see it, maybe not. I guess we'll see when flying here. If we are flying there, we should probably see in the distance if we can recognize, that one on slightly right of our position. If I look at the winds, though, they are coming from the west, so we will be turned more to the left, to counteract the wind. So maybe that's gonna be on our 1 o'clock position when flying this leg, probably. But yes, we can try to recognize that, and if we can kind of try to follow this. I don't know if I can call it a river, though, this creek or whatever, all the way to the airport. And if if bad comes to worse, then we just switch on our GPS and take the lame way out, right?
Lame is my second name.
Lame? Christian the Lame. Okay.
Yeah, it's my RPG name. I don't know.
Really? Mine is Broskev. It's
No,
Peach
I was
in
joking.
Czech.
I don't. But it would be a good fit. Would be a good fit, I think.
Yeah,
Human fighter,
yeah.
single class.
Yeah, because as you can see, we have like elevation 1,500 here, right? And we have 2,500 here. It's just a 1,000 foot difference, and might be difficult to spot in the same. It's better altitude basically. So should be something, but yeah, we'll see. So yeah, that is an option, and if I want to fly that, maybe yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see when I come here, if I want to do that or not. Or I can just fly here and look, just check that the valley is to my left, right? Elevation is 1,200 feet almost. Length of the runway 3,000. CTF 122.9er. And I believe that I will fly at around 3,000 feet. Obviously not here. Or maybe 4,500 for the start. Yeah, let's do 4,500 and here we are flying westbound, so even thousands plus 500 if you are more than 3,000 feet AGL, and here we are flying eastbound again because 001 is eastbound. And speed, yeah, 150. Let's do it like this. We have some military operations area here. For example, Yukon here starts at 100 feet AGL. So be prepared to be like met by some fighter jets or something. And then we have Burge, Delta 2, MOA, and Delta 3. They're a little bit higher. Not the Burge one, that's low, but Deltas are higher. And we should avoid these restricted areas, which are activated by NOTAMs anyway, I believe. Yeah, so that's quite it. I don't believe there's any difficulties here. Any questions, anyone? If not, we'll just keep this briefing very short and wish you happy flying.
Happy flying.
Yeah, one thing I haven't noticed is what kind of runway are we supposed to use here, right?
I think it's 1.
Yeah, we have
just
4.
looking at the windsock.
Yeah, 4 knot wind, so not much, so it doesn't really matter. Well, runway 1, that's actually with the wind.
Is it?
Yeah, if you
maybe the windsock is in.
yeah, if you're looking at the windsock
yeah,
in the
right,
sim, it might
yeah.
be very wrong. I believe I'll
Whoopsie.
just use runway 29er probably. It's the easiest one.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, very, very mild crosswind, even negligible, I would say. All right, so see you there.
Right, see ya.
We are in our airplane, and as before, we have our engine heater on. Let's just disconnect that. Yeah, and let's start the engine. So disconnect the engine heater. Let's go out, and let's see if we can do that. Yep. So master switch and fuel pump. We'll see if we can get our fuel pressure rise. Yes, it is rising. So let's turn the fuel pump off. We will switch on our beacon. That's this one. Yes. Well, prime the engine. We have minus 8 degrees. So let's 4 strokes should be enough. Let's lock it. Right. And that's quite it. I believe that we can start. We have brakes on. Clear prop. Come on. Right. All pressure in the green. Headphones in. Avionics on. All temperature already in the green, so we will be able to depart momentarily. This one will switch to VFR 1200, yes. We'll close that one. I will generate my navlog here. Yep. We'll use that one to mark our progress. Great. So I'll take off runway 29er and then make a right turn along the river. That's gonna be my way to the lake. We'll see how that goes. All right. We won't be filling in. We will lean the mixture a little bit. We are using a right tank, which is fine. And yep, and let's see the weather. Yeah, 230 at 4. 3043 on the altimeter. So we're gonna need to turn quite a bit. 3043. A huge pressure difference from the last time. All right. We'll sync our gyro. We should have 348 let's say 348 or something like that, which like that. Good. We will use runway 29er, so let's check the heading back there. Well, actually, let's put the VOR needle there. OBS. Yep. Right. We will have timer here. Reset. Good. All right. All right. Well, let's taxi. Let's actually switch on the map just for the taxi. Runway 29er. Allen traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, the Piper Comanche on the ramp, taxiing for runway 29er. Allen. Parking off. Yep, let's switch on our nav lights. let's do the engine check. Let's check flight instruments first for movement. Great. 2000 and magnitudes. Working. Idle. Nice. Okay. So, fuel pump, landing lights, strobe lights, trim, flaps, no flaps. Okay. Allen traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, taking off runway 29er, straight out departure. Allen. Okay, I don't see anything, so let's get to the field. To the runway. Two niner. After the lake will be 328 after the lake. Okay. Allen traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, 3000 feet, climbing 4500 and going north. Final call, Allen. Finally some great visibility. let's look for the lake. According to this, we should reach it in about 6 minutes of flight. We have been flying for just 3 minutes. I believe that's the one. Just fly to it. So, fuel pump off, landing lights off, gear, middle position. And it looks like a very peaceful flight. Maybe we'll be able to see the rivers, maybe not. We'll see. And it's already on the tag chart, so let's switch to that. Okay. There's my spot. And afterwards, well, as I said, turn to 328, and we need to fly that for 9 minutes and a half, something like that. Let's try if we can sync our gyro. 335, so like that. We got the turbulence. Yeah, that should be it. And yeah, we are almost by the lake, so we'll start our timer when we pass it. The vast Alaska. Start the timer, 6:45. And turn a little bit. There we go. Nine and a half minutes flying this direction should take us over the lake, and we might try to follow this on the map. See how that goes. Our very small lakes might be those ones. And I didn't really see those creeks here anywhere. Yeah, and hills and so on look very same. There's some road here, probably, but I don't see any road on the map. Probably not the road then. What else would it be? It looks like a road. Yeah, don't know. We're pointing our nose someplace there. I'm very curious to see if we are able to nail this one. No doubt about that. Halfway. After that half point, we'll still be going in direction of 328. Should be someplace there. Hard to say though. I haven't heard anyone else on the radio yet. We are here alone. 3 more minutes to crossing the river, and I do believe that this valley here why it's a river. Yep, I do see this river. That's nice. But again,
Thomas, did you speak on 122.9 on the iPod?
I actually spoke on the tower frequency there. So
Okay, because there was... Oh, okay. There was someone talking, or it was static only?
Uh-huh. But that was not
And it
me.
wasn't Valerio, because I heard him.
Okay. Might have been someone farther away, and thus
Yeah,
you heard
possibly.
only static.
That's possible.
Yep. Alright, so we are nearing the river. Our directional gyro is still alright. Now we will be entering another stretch. I don't know how far, of course, we are though. Shouldn't be too much, I hope. Now 6 minutes to reach those granite peaks, and let's be that one maybe. Oh, could be. We're definitely aiming for them. There is some tower here. Not sure we'll be able to see any kind of tower. Nope. So tower is no-go. Then we have some stretch of the land here, and I believe this is this as well here. And behind that we have granite tors. Could that be that one? We'll see when we come closer, I guess. Seems that there's some higher peak. In any case, when we reach that, we will switch to 0 degrees. So 360. By that point will be only 13 miles from Chena Hot Springs. Yeah, okay, those are not granite peaks. There was some kind of something. But yeah, I believe these hills kind of are that, because we are flying to something that is like higher than everything else, and then we should fly along that ridge, so probably reach that one and fly along this one. We'll see when we get there. We should be there in slightly over 6 minutes. Those can be VRPs. Well, in real life, I guess they look different than everything else. It's really difficult to navigate only by contours of the earth or of the land. Yeah, but there is some Beaver Creek here. Probably runs here. Yep, I guess so. Probably flying all right. It's been some time, so let's just 1 degree and I'll switch tanks. Left. This highest peak in the beginning there, you should basically overfly that one afterwards. So already change this to north, returning after this one. Yeah. And the time again was 6.1. Okay, so 6 minutes. Some trees. Let's call it 6 minutes sharp. And then 5 minutes until we reach the airfield. But let's turn in that direction, right? As far as terrain goes, okay, so here is this valley with Chena River, then in that case it's gonna be right after that one. Elevation 1200, alright. Hot Springs traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie is Piper Comanche at 4,500 feet, 10 miles south of the airfield. We'll overfly the field and then join a left traffic for runway 08, Hot Springs. So we'll have this middle river here. Yeah, it's gonna be in 1 minute. And then we'll basically, it's gonna be right after this, right? We have this valley here. We could have flown from like through. It's turning right, so after that one we should get there. So I'll start descending slowly.
Hot Springs traffic, November 36 Foxtrot, Toyota Kodiak, about 10 miles southeast, 4,300, descending 2,700. We'll attempt to locate the field first, and stay at 2,700 Hot Springs.
Be difficult to maneuver in that area, especially here, doing some, yeah, we're very close to the ground. We'll see. For the terrain, I believe that it might be wiser to actually join directly into the left-hand traffic, not doing any kind of teardrops. I believe the airfield will be someplace like there behind this. If I read this correctly. Should be someplace. Yeah, we'll see. Maybe we'll find it, maybe we'll not. But there is definitely not room for any kind of maneuvers with the teardrop entries. See some either road or river. Yeah, river.
Hot Springs traffic, Kodiak 36 Foxtrot, about 5 miles west of 2,700 Hot Springs.
There's something there. Probably not an airfield though. Could it be? No, the airfield should be someplace there. There is a town. Oh, looks like a hangar though. Interesting. Actually, it might be. No, it's a road. Now let's try to find this. Hot Springs traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie in the general area of the airfield at 3,200 looking for the field. Hot Springs. traffic, I have the other traffic inside Hot Springs.
Hot Springs traffic, Kodak 36 Foxtrot, looking for the traffic, Hot Springs. Hot Springs traffic, Kodak 36 Foxtrot, we have the other traffic inside Hot Springs.
I don't see the field though. Okay, so let's look at the map. We're gonna find here. Let's turn back, and it's gonna be like to the right.
Chena Hot Springs traffic, Richfield, take on P2006, will be joining pattern Hot Springs.
Hot Springs traffic, Kodak 36 Foxtrot, we will climb to 3,500 and go north and then turn west and try to locate the field again. Hot Springs.
And traffic, Shelvick still has about 7 miles to the south, approaching the airfield at 6,000 feet, Hot Springs.
I think it should be someplace like there, but could not see the field. I believe it will be that one though. But how to land on it? Let's let them look at it.
Chena Hot Springs traffic,
Traffic, Kodak 36 Foxtrot, descending into the valley to 2,700. Hot Springs.
Looks like a runway, but I don't believe it. Might look like an airfield, but I don't think that's an airfield. Maybe it is. Okay. Try to make lower pass then. Could that be a field? Do we have terrain right before that? Okay, let's make a turn here.
Traffic, Shelvick Delta will head to Creek at 4,000 feet, Hot Springs.
Hot Springs traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie. I believe I'm over the field, but it looks very dubious if it's an airport. I guess I'll try to make a low pass to it and we'll see. Hot Springs. Okay, let's drop the gear.
Traffic has type Comanche sites. Stay on the right hand side of the field on the awesome traffic.
So just land there. Landing lights on anyway. Fuel pump.
Hot Springs traffic, codec 36 Foxtrot, agrees it looks very dubious. Hot Springs traffic.
Okay, time for a quick nav check. Looks like it's actually it. Hot Springs traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie. The GPS confirms that is the field, the eastern part behind the road.
Hot Springs traffic, codec 36 Foxtrot, looks like runway 26 will be way easier to land on. Hot Springs traffic.
Hot Springs traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie is going for runway 08 anyway on the left downwind, but I will approach like from the north, not on the straight final. Hot Springs.
Hot Springs traffic, codec 36 Foxtrot, we'll attempt to follow the Comanche on the traffic pattern to runway 08, Hot Springs.
Traffic 17 Delta, stay about 4,000 just out. And there with you guys.
Hot Springs traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie on the angled final of runway 08, Hot Springs.
Hot Springs traffic, codec 36 Foxtrot, we have the Comanche inside, we'll follow on a angled final, Hot Springs. Hot Springs traffic, Kodiak 36 Foxtrot, on what I guess is the left base, Hot Springs.
Hot Springs traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie backtracking runway 08 to the house.
Hot Springs traffic, Kodak 36 Foxtrot going around Hot Springs.
Hot Springs traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie runway is vacated. Hot Springs. Okay, let's see if we are. Yeah. There are no parking places, I guess. I'll just leave it someplace. But we did land on the runway. That is a good sign. Because we'll just park here by the house.
Hot Springs traffic, Kodak 36 Foxtrot, upwind runway 08, 2200, climbing to 3000, we'll go west and approach runway 08 through the valley again, Hot Springs.
Alright. Fuel pump off, that's one off, nav lights off. And I guess we can turn off the engine. Alright. So, this time we'll put the chocks in. Where is my, yeah, here. So, wheel chocks, okay, and I can disconnect parking brake. Headphones, disconnect, great, fine. Okay, so chocks do not work. Or it just, yeah, well, anyway, it's too much slope, I guess. Yeah, so I hope that you did like it. It's a very interesting field. And I believe that the runway is actually, part of the runway is maybe that road, but we'll see next time. So I hope you did like it. I hope that next time we'll have a VFR weather so we can take off again, and see you there. Bye.